Hey, what's up guys, we're here. So you might want to strap yourselves into your seats so you don't fall out of it when I tell you some very shocking news.
Boy.
It appears that Twitter users are crashing out over anime. I know, that's right, very, very crazy stuff.
Burn them all at the stake right now.
I can't believe this is happening. It must be another day that ends in Y. Well, this time it involves a particular scene from a fairy tale movie, Dragon Cry, that was released nearly 10 years ago. It's like the meme of the Japanese soldier who kept fighting nearly 3 decades after the conclusion of World War II because he didn't know it was over. That's what we're dealing with here. And there's a particular scene in this movie that's gotten a lot of attention over the years. People constantly repost it and rage bait about it. It is a scene that is filled with a lot of fan service, mainly involving these two characters right here, but primarily the character Lucy. So
I'm a huge fan of fairy tales, like one of my favorite, definitely Top Swansig or Top Siente. Top Swanzig's Day.
someone recently reposted this scene. I obviously can't play it, has a lot of fan service, but basically they're saying Lucy is best girl. Okay,
Top
it's
20.
6.4 million views. And if fan service is something you don't like, that's fine. But the reason we're talking about this today is the response to it. The insane, seething hypocrisy and just downright diabolical and violent things people are saying in response to seeing some anime fan service. You know, let's address the obvious, okay? It's been 10 years, and people still don't understand why people like fan service, but let's rip the Band-Aid off. Let's get into the worst one, possibly the worst one. I don't even know if this is the worst one, because there's a lot of really strong candidates today for the worst response. This person quoted the scene saying, "I'd rather get caught watching reality than this stuff." By the way, as insane and disgusting as this is, this person saying they would like to watch real animals being abused more than watching an anime.
What is sick, you know what?
This has 11,000 likes. 11,000 people agreed with this. That is absolutely
Sickos.
insane. The absolute state of Twitter. Here's another one saying, well, time to end everyone who liked this again like clockwork. And here's some of the replies. Here we go again. The original poster says, "We got it, kid. Help me load the guns." This person says, "Can I join?" 100%, let's get the guns. This person says, it's always the verified anime accounts. I hate them. Being verified should never have been a thing. All they cared about was money. And they say, "I think we should end them." Totally normal response to seeing some fan service from an anime. This person says, "I wish I could burn down every anime studio." Another one saying, "I get effing scared by the childlike faces and mannerisms that these sexualized characters have." Then they try to make you believe that the audience for this isn't potential predators.
I love that our patients have nearly 2,000 doctors to choose from.
And you can see an urgent care doctor.
So this person saw this busty anime girl with this face, and they got scared. They got scared because it immediately made them think of children. The projection is unreal. And people do this all the time, as we've seen on this channel. People constantly see stuff like this and share their deepest, darkest forms of projection. Like, this is not a normal person whatsoever. But here's another one saying, anime is the worst type of goy slop. Anybody who watches this needs to be shunned by society. Interesting point. Let's look at the comments. This person says, shut the F up. You literally listen to Predator music, whatever that means. But the original poster doesn't deny whatever that claim is and said, it's better than watching.
I mean, most of these Twitter accounts have an anime character for their profile picture. An emo so killed a black, you know.
Watching anime. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Like, this is asylum behavior, like completely shameless behavior all over anime. Just like, is it not enough to say you just don't like anime? You got to go to these lengths? It's crazy. This person says,
Bunch of worthless idiots. Clueless about anime and projection, everything out of proportion.
gross, gross, gross. To all of the women around the world, I sincerely apologize for Japanese men spreading such a repulsive, distorted image of women. We, the women of Japan,
Racist.
are speaking out. Enough. Stop imposing men's creepy fantasies on us. So not only is this tweet racist, it's also an example of misandry, and it's also just delusional and desperate for validation on social media. This is a very deranged tweet, but of course it kind of lines up with what a lot of people are saying. This one's saying there's an Arabic saying, end all Japanese men. Only on Twitter can you say stuff that is completely racist and misandrous, especially towards Japanese men, and get away with it without any consequences. Here's another one saying, as much as I liked Fairy Tail, that might be one of the most misogynistic anime. How are you a fan of something you believe is one of the most misogynistic anime you've ever seen? What are you talking about? Like, the hypocrisy is through the roof. But of course, it continues. Fairy Tail had so much potential. Shame the creator views women like this. I regret to inform you, these are anime characters. Twitter user number 1000 who's upset about this situation. This person says, I hate what Mashima did to Lucy. The reason why he hated her so much needs to be studied. That's their own character, who's not real. By the way, I hope that clears all of your...
Compare an anime to the freaking real-world politics you live in. Just stop it already, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Keep your politics out of freaking anime. I mean, I'm sick of this crap agenda to anime. Just stop it. I mean, just watch the movie for what it is living in their world. Don't compare it to yours.
Your concerns up. Free my girls from the clutches of fan service. Free Fairy Tail. Taurus moment. Okay, there's plenty of fan service in the franchise. It's not just this movie, it's throughout the anime and other films as well. Like, this person is literally just telling on themselves. And if you want to free the characters from fan service in this anime, you're like almost 2 decades late. Crazy. Here's another person saying, I like my anime babes better when they have actual personalities and don't try this much to the point it becomes obvious fan service, and just let their sexiness shine through in a very natural way. This is some like male feminist behavior. Also, look who's afraid to say waifu. Anime babes? Interesting. But look at the replies. Hilarious. Hey, y'all, look. They thought we were gonna agree. Pathetic. Lucy is a well-written character, as all these women. No, they are not brought down to her level. She is on par with them. Get over it. This guy, Jay off to this character, but for different, more nuanced reasons than yours. Anime girls can have bust and personalities. Pathetic in response to that quote. But let's move on. This person says, no one hates beautiful women more than women and performative men. Ding, ding. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. My other video for today, similar stuff.
When you shop in the Safeway app, you can count on delivery in as soon as 30 minutes.
Okay, it is a bunch of performative men who try to come out here and attack other men or attack their interests because they want to be performative and to virtue signal and ultimately impress women, ironically enough. And then, of course, women getting mad about fictional characters is just a tale as old as time. But here's another one saying, trying to imagine the kind of person who genuinely watches this and shows like it. All I'm coming up with is either a young teenager so desperate to see bust that they would watch this, or some greasy 35-year-old guy clapping my belly like a seal every time they jiggle. Wait a second, you said your belly. Are you the greasy 35-year-old clapping on your belly? Very poor choice of words. You got to work on these tweets because this has backfired horribly. This person says, I like men. Sorry. Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. This is the nicest tweet. Yeah, I mean, this is the nicest one. It didn't take shots at the creator. It wasn't racist. It wasn't threatening anyone. Nice. It's just straight to the point. And oddly enough, I believe there's a lot of fan service with the male characters in the series, so you should look into that, I guess, if that's your thing. I mean, that's your thing. This person says, Goy slot made for Benjamin Netanyahu's strongest disciples. How does this have anything to do with Israel? Literally how? Is this Hassan Piker? How on earth did we take this turn? But here's another one saying, man, I effing hate anime. Then don't watch it. Then don't engage with posts like this, because the more you engage with this stuff, the algorithm says, oh, you clearly have an interest in this. Let's send you some more. You're literally playing yourself, and it's all your fault because you want attention on Twitter. But anyways, here's one more saying. I think that if you watch this, I simply am a better person than you. And that is a great way to wrap up these quotes. There's many more, but this one really captures the average Twitter freak. The person who believes they are morally superior to you because they whine about fan service or anime generally that they're voluntarily going out of their way to consume and interact with. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, stop comparing where your real-world propaganda and politics to anime. Stop it.